get the job. So grooming is part of the positive impression that you give. And it's not just what you wear, right? That's important. You've learned that already. But it really starts here. So I like to say it's a head to toe positive impression that you give, right? So that's why we're talking about grooming. So we mentioned that impressions matter. So I want to tell you about a Newsweek study that was done last year. And Newsweek interviewed 100 hiring managers. 100 hiring managers, and 57% of them, which is 57%, said that the less polished candidates won't get the job. 57% of them. So while a lot of times we like to think, well, I'm just gonna throw it together. I'm just gonna throw it on, and maybe I'll brush my hair and my teeth, and then I'll just get to work. It doesn't matter. Guess what? It does matter. It does matter, right? So that's why we want to help you create that most polished version. They also asked them to rank their current employees' attributes. So they went around to all the, to the hiring managers about their employees and said, what are the top 4 attributes? And consistently, the top 4 were, I'm going to start with number 3. What do you think number 3 was?
In terms of grooming?
In terms of their positive attributes.
Good work ethics. Right. Number 3.
Number 3 was a polished look. They brought it up every single time as an important part of the positive attributes. Number 3. Number 2 was how much confidence you have. And number 1 was what?
How you communicate?
Your experience. Similar, but yeah, right? Because you don't get very far if you don't communicate very well, right? So it just shows that, yes, your experience is number 1, and that resume might get you in the door, but guess what? If you don't have a positive, polished look, you won't get the job or the promotion or the client, right? Or the opportunity, right? So that's why we want to talk about positive grooming. So I've got 3 strategies for you. And the first one to proper grooming, we're going to start with the basics, is what?
Proper
Proper
skincare.
skincare, yeah. So, right? Yay! So some people are like, really? Yes, really. Because it's important. So why is good skin important? Can anybody tell me?
Health? It reflects your health?
Yes, because it reflects your health, right? So someone that looks healthy, right, is usually what?
Healthy.
Healthy, happier, exactly. You exude a radiance to the skin, right? Haven't you ever seen someone's skin? Right? And that's all of those things add up to a positive impression. So they're not there to judge your skin, but very quickly, it's a positive impression or not, right? So in order to start that out, you start with what? Does anybody here use good skincare? Anybody use skincare?
I do.
You do? Okay, what's the first thing you do when you start your skincare? What do you do?
Clean my face, clean my face.
You clean it, yeah, absolutely. So number 1, it's clean, and that goes for men too, right? Soft soap does not count, or the bar soap that's in your, so it has to be a good skin cleanser. Why, Deborah?
Because it cleans your pores and things. And
Yes.
It helps with being more fresher.
Exactly. So you need something. The skin on your face is very delicate and it's very different than the skin on the rest of your body. So you need a cleanser for your face, both men and women. The other thing I would say that's super vital is a moisturizer. So we're just talking basics. I could go on and on, but if you get your skin clean and you replenish it with a moisturizer, and then finally I'm also going to add what?
Lightener.
An eye cream.
Eye cream.
Right? Because this is where we show the first signs of aging.
Yes.
And when we start to age, right, then what happens? You don't look as vital. You don't look as healthy. And so that's less than a positive impression. So when your eye is bright, doesn't mean no lines, but when you're brighter looking around the eye area, it's a positive impression. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's go to number 2. So guys, you can take a rest for a minute. This really has everything to do with the ladies. What's number 2? Strategy number 2? is a flawless foundation, right? So, ladies, why do we use foundation?
The cover.
Even out, cover.
Okay, so a couple of things, right? So we want to even out our skin tone. And why is an even skin tone? Perfection, okay? So when we have an even skin tone, right, this goes for men and women, but when you have an even skin tone, it's a positive impression because it signals vitality and health and youth, and all of that equals that positive impression. So think about your foundation that way. I come up to a lot of people in the working world and they're like, oh, I just don't want to do all that. It's not about doing all of that, but doing enough to create that polished look, because that's really what it's about, okay?
Yeah.
And then finally, good timing is what? Is proper tools. And proper tools for grooming are what? Ladies, what's the important tool that you use in grooming?
Your face still?
Yeah, so we're still talking about your face.
Well, I use the little sonic brush.
Stop it. You get extra credit. I've told everybody about that. You get extra
There you go.
credit. So it's called a clairsonic, and a clairsonic is for both men and women. Both men and women, yes. So clairsonic vibrates, it actually vibrates at such a high level that you don't really see it, but it shakes everything literally out of your pores to go back to the first thing we talked about, which is proper skincare. So those things are super, super important. So that's what we do at Image Connection Group, is that we are about creating a whole 360-degree view of who you are in your career. So whether you're working your way up the corporate ladder, you're trying to work your way out of this job to another job, right? Or maybe you own your own business, right? Those positive impressions are super important, and that's what we do at Image Connection Group.
We're going to talk about 3 key areas, strategies that you want to work on so we can make this recipe really work. We want our cake to rise, right? So we want to get these things in place. The very first one we're going to talk about, first strategy, is your voicemail message. I love talking about voicemail messages. So here it is, and that's why we talk about it, right? A lot of people don't like to have a voicemail message, so you call them and you go, and it goes beep, and you're like, did I reach the right person? Who is this? Is this the business I want? Is it right? So you can lose business by not having a voicemail message. It's that important, okay? But let's talk about what the voice message should be, okay? Number 1, limit your background voices. So don't do it in the car when you got cars driving around and sirens running. Don't do it in front of the children, right? Because we're going to have all this chatter and noise going on. Or with the TV on, right? Or a movie on. You want to be in a quiet location, right? So that people can hear you clearly. Don't be afraid to be unique, right? You don't have to do the canned voicemail message. Please leave a message out. People want to hear that you have energy, that you're fun, that conducting business with you is going to be an enjoyable experience, right? So keep the message upbeat, right? Some people, you listen to their message and they're excited in the beginning of it, and then it like dies down. Okay, so we want to be upbeat through the whole thing, right? To make people know that we are excited. Number 2, and guess what? Change your voicemail message frequently. So every other month, every quarter, but it is not acceptable for 5 years to have the same voicemail message, okay? Change it up, because the people who are calling you on a consistent basis, they need to hear something different. They need to know that you shifted and moved too, that you can make changes, okay? And then engage your callers by asking a question, right? Ask a question on your voicemail message and let them know that by reaching you, they will get the answer for what it is that they need. If you were a car salesperson, right? You can say, are you struggling with finding a vehicle? You've reached da-da-da-da-da. Right?
Yes.
You are the solution.
Yes.
Right? So think about how you can apply that in your voicemail message. Our second strategy has to do with business cards.
Okay, good.
What do they look like? Wait, do you have any? Right? The worst thing is to be in a networking environment and to ask someone for their card and they say, oh, I don't have any. And like that's acceptable. That's unacceptable. You can lose so much business by not being able to give someone, exchange your information with them. So let's talk about business cards. Number one, they cannot be cluttered. Do not put everything about your business on this one little square card, okay? That's what they can get that information from you when they reach out to you. Your business card is a snapshot of who you are, of what you offer, and your contact information. Make sure that your business card is unique. So if I had 10 cards laid out on the table, what would make your card stand out? Now that could be a splash of color. Not too much color though, because it makes it look dizzy. A splash of color. That could be the shape of your card. It could be the material your card is made out of. But think about what you could do to your card to make it jump up off the table among all that other stuff that's there, right? Because you want them to pick you. Okay? Secondly, make sure the print on the card is not too small. Because people have mature eyes, and I can't read microscopic print. So if I can't read your card, you're going to lose my business. So make sure the print is large enough. And please put your email address and your website on your cards. Okay, that's very pertinent information. Phone number, your name, your company name, your email address, and your website. Make sure that all of that information appears on the card. Why? Because you have a variety of different personality types that look at cards. Some people, they need to talk to you, so they want the phone number. Other people, I'll look her up. And they go online, right? They don't want to talk to you. They go online. Others will communicate through email. So if you have all of that on there, no matter what the personality is, you'll be able to attract them. Good? Website. Strategy number 3, your website. What does it look like? I have interesting information on some statistics about websites that's really very surprising. Do you know that when you have the information laid out on your site, 70% of people will pay more attention to that information if you have it in bullets. So you have the bullet dot, and then the information, the dot, and then the information, the dot, and then the information. 70% of viewers pay more attention to websites that have it laid out that way. So layout is very, very important. Secondly, understand that most people who look at websites concentrate most on the first 2 paragraphs. So whatever it is you need to say to them, get it in. Get it in, because after the first 2 paragraphs of reading, they're done. They're done. So if you don't get it in within those first couple sentences, you've lost the viewer. Okay? And also make sure that people consider you credible, that they trust you as a company. And the statistic is that 94% of people cite that the design of the site is the reason that they do not trust certain websites. Isn't that something? So the actual way your site is laid out. So here are some things you can do to make sure that people feel you are a viable business. Number 1, include links to media coverage. So if you've ever been on the radio, ever been on TV, ever had a little write-up in the newspaper, include links to that on your site because it makes you more credible. Display logos of prominent clients. If you ever did any work for IBM, any of those big labels, big companies, make sure that you put those logos on your site because again, it makes people see you as more reputable. Showcase your social media. Because when they see that you're on social media, they're like, oh, okay, they're up with the times. And then avoid stock photos. So instead of using those nondescript pictures of people that have no relevance to your business, get real live photography done of your business and people that are involved in you and your business, and that's what you put your site on. And then avoid pre-made templates. So don't do those templates that everybody gets. Do something
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to talk about stress. already know that stress is probably one of the number one killers, but it's also linked with 6 of the top major diseases or conditions that do take lives in the United States. And it's heart disease, cancer, lung disability, cirrhosis of the liver, accidents, and unfortunately suicide. And about 75% of all doctor visits include something to do with stress. That is why the person's gone to the doctor. So that's the bad news, but we're going to do something fun for right now. I just want each one of you just to stand, not stand, but just sit for a minute and put your feet on the floor, and we're going to breathe in for 4 seconds and breathe out for 4 seconds. And you ready? You can close your eyes if you want to, if not, but breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Believe it or not, you've just done one thing that has helped counterbalance and counteract stress. So, I told you that, stress is one of those things that is something that really leads us down the wrong path a lot of times. So do you recognize your signs of chronic stress? According to the American Psychological Industry, they said that, again, stress is taking the toll on our health right now. And again, we have to find healthy ways to counterbalance it. One of the greatest ways I think that we can think about it too is that when you look and see all of the great benefits when you do combat and reduce stress in your life. Just a few of the benefits are your better immune system is raised and increased like crazy. We have less disease, less illnesses, less physical limitations. You have more energy. You have better sleep. You also feel more relaxed. Some of the things too that are a better digestion system. People don't realize a lot of things that we can do to counterbalance stress really with the digestive system, especially with children. So we have to learn to help pass this on to the next generation. Always. We become more. But you can just, schedule in time to exercise during the week, time to, either move it or lose it. That's what I've been working out since I was 18. I got to work out with Arnold Schwarzenegger when he came to Charlotte years ago. But scheduling time for your family and your friends, scheduling time that you can just do something good for you. Because all of a sudden, the weeks go by, the months go by, and we're going, what happened? And so we schedule those things in that are important to all of us for our businesses. And as entrepreneurs, we don't want to burn out building our businesses. So it's so important for you to do a few little things. The other thing is sleep. One of my biggest challenges. They have studied sleep worldwide for over 50 years. And guess what? They came out with the same information. 7 to 8 hours of sleep helps your body to regenerate, to renew itself, to fight cortisol levels. It is a time for healing when you're sleeping. They recently did a study, and they took a group of people, and for 10 days, they only let them sleep 6 hours every single night. At the end of those 10 days, they measured their brain function, and every single one of them, their brain functionality was that of a drunk person. So sleep is something that you just cannot make up and you can't catch up with sleep. A few other fun tips. When we start feeling anxious, we start feeling that time of stress, be grateful. Just stop and reflect. I call it pause, breathe, and affirm, PBA. Pause, breathe, and affirm. Just be grateful about something that is going on in your life. Look for somebody else to just share a kind word with and do a kind deed.
All right,
And
so
it
number
doesn't take a
2.
lot. But the other thing is that we need to, oh my God, that's our 1 minute time. The other things are to laugh. Laughter is great medicine, it's great healing. So take little tiny steps for you to be able to just counterbalance those effects of stress and recognize in your body when you know you start feeling anxious, or you're just going, you know what? I just need to let it go. But just remember, when you do those things, you are extending the quality of your life. And exercising 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week can extend your longevity by 5 years. So when I'm exercising, I'm working on my extra 5 years. I'm also looking at my happy cells. So anyways, if you'd like to learn some more ways to combat stress, to look and feel better, then I would love to just pass you out a form, and you're welcome to fill it out. Leave it or hand it back with me. I also do 30 minutes.
Senses that we have, which are the eyes. How many of us have judged someone on perceptions in the last 30 days and did not even give that person a chance to even talk? Good, thanks for being honest. The last group was like, okay, the truth is the truth, and guess what? There's 2 statistics that have been created from just that, doing just that, judging without giving that person a chance to introduce themselves or to prove themselves. One of the statistics is that we have 7 seconds when 10 perceptions are formed, from our educational status down to our financial status. How would somebody know that without giving us a chance to talk? Well, guess what? It is what it is. 10 perceptions made in 7 seconds, okay? The other statistics is that we're judged on a 100% scale. The breakdown of that is 55% of that we're judged based on our appearance, the clothes that we have on. 38% of that we're judged by the tone of our voice, whether we're loud or whether we're soft-spoken. The 7%, which is the smallest percentage, is judged based on what we have to say, what comes out of our mouth. How do we talk, the words that we say. And guess what? We just said we mostly don't even get that small percentage of a chance that we're judged, whether right or wrong, right? The highest percent is what? The appearance. 55% is based on your appearance, your clothing. And those are the 3 quick strategies that I'm going to give to you today to power up your style and fashion. The first one are your non-verbal communications. A lot of times we forget about those, but we're judged based on our eye contact. Someone can perceive us as being focused or unfocused. They can also judge us on our handshakes, whether we're firm or if we're limp. Okay? Even to the point of how fast we walk or how slow we walk. That perceives us to be high energy or low energy. And even the stuff that we cram into our bags and look unorganized into our briefcases and computer bags and purses, we're perceived to be neat or junky. So again, these nonverbals are very important, and they're part of our clothing, they're part of our voice, okay? Second strategy to power up our style is that clothing communicates. It's your voice, you all. Ask yourself right now, does my professional wardrobe, whether it's 2 pieces or 10,000 pieces in your wardrobe, does your professional wardrobe speak the voice of your brand? Are you happy with it? It has to start with you, okay? See, clothing, if you take it really seriously, clothing can create your USP, your unique sales proposition, your USP. We're not talking about selling a product, guys. We're talking about selling you, making you unique. All of you all can be going after one job. What is it that's going to make you different than her, him? What's going to make you unique? Your clothing is most of the time the first thing that's judged, right? Okay. Also, clothing, this is so serious. Clothing can actually create connections with people. See, we can dress appropriately for all occasions. We have to. There's no ifs and buts about that. We have to dress appropriately for our workplace, social, wherever. But we can throw in a little bit of individuality, whatever that may be. And that little bit of individuality can be the connection to someone else because they're seeing the insight of your personality. Okay? So we see how important this is being a layer of your brand, right? So let's jump into the game and let's stop using excuses of we need to lose weight or we don't have enough money to create a professional wardrobe or we wear a uniform to work and it doesn't matter. It does. And I'm going to tell you the easy part about it is the only thing we need to do is understand and respect our body type and our body shapes. It is what it is. We can eat well, exercise. This is our body type. And once we understand that, then we'll know how to dress it. Whether we want to look taller, be thinner, be smaller in the middle, we can all do that, okay? As long as we understand our proper length, lengths, like skirt lengths, sleeve length, guys, you know, not hanging all over long on your arm. All of that is very important. Even taking the clothes right out of your closet right now and putting it on and figuring out the proper fit for your body type with a little bit of alterations. It's a new outfit and a new look. Okay? So it's really easy to jump into this clothing game. Understand that this is your brand and you've got to dress it right. Okay? The third strategy of dressing up, powering up your brand is that color are emotions. Okay? I say let's find out what our pop colors are, because I tell you what, it not only makes you feel good, but guess what? We get compliments, and me and you all like compliments too.
Yes.
Okay, colors can actually be the driver of our day. If we wear black, we probably. If we wear a bright color and we love it, it's going to make us straighten up and walk right? So colors drives your emotional day, your attractiveness day, attention day. When you want attention, get that pop color. I'm going to give you a really quick trick. Let's look at our veins. If you have green veins, then you are warm colors. These are your best pop colors. Wear them up close to your face and I guarantee you, pop, you've got a compliment. Okay, green veins, okay, warm colors. Blue veins, these are your colors, the cool colors. Blue veins, you've got on a perfect, the perfect color. And that's what was the first thing I complimented you on. Your outfit.
Yes.
You have a pop color. So blue veins here, green veins, you have warm colors. So just imagine you get this down pat, you start this tomorrow, go into your wardrobe and pull out something you haven't worn, that's your pop color. Say, LaShonda told me I was going to get the compliment.
She told me.
So we understand that colors, body type, clothing is your voice. That's your voice. Understand that you're in the spotlight every day. You're on stage every day, and you don't know when that light is on you because people are steady judging you and making perceptions of you. Okay?
Yes.
Any questions? So our three strategies: colors, clothing, and non-verbals. Okay? All important ways to dress every day. All right?
Okay,
Yeah.
I know for business you always have to be presentable and everything. Like, for example, today I feel so underdressed because I was working on some dirty stuff.
You know when to dress up though, right?
Yeah, but you know, that's my point. Should always, because this thing can happen, you know. I can meet a client, you know, on the elevator, you know, and if I'm maybe dressed like this, I may not be as attractive as if I would have a better shirt or tie or something.
That's exactly
Should
right.
what should you do? I mean, what should,
It's what you want for your business. If you know you're already saying that you would have missed an opportunity, if you don't want to miss an opportunity daily, then you need to dress up. You need to dress up. Still yet not being uncomfortable.
yeah, what
bringing
about
that
for
into the
summer? Because, you know, for summer, ladies are a lot easier. You know, a dress can feel good and you still feel, you know, kind of fresh. But for guys, I mean, I cannot come with the shorts, you know. I would like it, you know.
It's fabrics. You need to consider your shirt fabrics. That if you're a sweater and get hot, you have to probably buy more expensive than just your regular cotton.